Hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. This is Robin with Get Cooking with Robin, and today I'm going to be showcasing one of our fall and winter products called beef and broccoli stir fry. This was a special item recently that Epicure had, and I was very much hoping that they were going to bring it back for a longer period of time, and they did. So these meal packets are sold in a set of 3. I believe they'll be $9.50 for 3 of them. Within this, obviously, you get your general nutrition information, you get your ingredients, and then you actually get the recipe. So although it comes with a recipe, you certainly can modify it if you're looking for, it actually has a vegan option right on here if you do not want to use broccoli or beef, sorry. If you don't want to use beef, I've seen some people substitute with chicken. I actually just saw somebody recently make it with hamburger. So if you don't have a good steak that you can use, I just used like a flank steak and then sliced it really thin, but you certainly can use whatever meat you choose. Or again, if you're looking for vegan options, either replace with tofu or anything, other lentils of your choice. So first, before we get started on how easy this is to make, one of the critical pieces of making the stir fry is definitely using our wok. This is the first wok that I've ever owned, and typically I make all of my casseroles in just a regular pan. Obviously, most of the time it spills, makes a mess, not always the best. But I'm going to talk about our amazing wok. Comes with a lid. So why is this different and why do you need one? First of all, it has a solid aluminum body. So this outside is aluminum. It will heat evenly. It can be used on anything except for a induction stove. It also is safe in the oven up to 450 degrees. This sucker is gonna be one of your only pots that you need in the kitchen because it works fantastic if you are making eggs. Can whip them in here, no spillover mess. If you're making casseroles, if you're making stir fries, pretty much anything that you would use a regular pot for, aside from maybe frying eggs or boiling noodles, you can make in this pot. And also, it looks maybe like Teflon, is not Teflon. This is a, why am I drawing a blank? It's a ceramic inside, so it will not chip, and it does not have any of those chemicals that Teflon has. So it's very, very safe, wear resistant, easy to clean, and is dishwasher safe, which is one of my favorite things. The other thing that I love about this that's really important for cookware is the handles and the lid do not get hot. So regardless of how hot your pan is, these are not going to be hot. So I've tested it, it works fantastic. So we're gonna make this meal. So what's really great about this, it is raw to ready in under 20 minutes. That's with your prep. And it's an average, I'm gonna quote the price per serving when I post the video, but all of Epicure's price per servings that you see online when you shop is with Epicure product and groceries. So if you see $3 or $2 or $1, that's the product and the groceries. So to start making this, we're going to get the marinade started. So what's really great too is this product doesn't require a lot of ingredients, and so it comes with all the seasonings that you need. What I love about Epicure is they have so many Asian inspired dishes or Korean or Thai, and a lot of those, and Indian, we have those too. A lot of those dishes require a lot of special seasonings, and they can cost a lot of money, and they may not always be really healthy for you. So these are all naturally sourced products, non-GMO, gluten-free. Every product from Epicure is gluten-free. Most of our products are organic. If you look at our never ever list, we have like 100 plus never evers of preservatives and artificial flavors. Like none of that is in our products. And so you know that you're getting quality ingredients when you're using this. So what we're gonna do is 3/4 cup water and 2 tablespoons low sodium soy sauce. I am using our 4-in-1 spice spoon which is amazing because it fits in all of the Epicure seasonings. All right, I am all out of that one, so let's open a new one. I hate how hard it is to get soy sauce out of these things. Probably would have been better for me to take the middle out. All right, and so what is really different too about Epicure compared to some other products is it is very low in sodium. And so if you find that you want some more sodium, feel free, just a little extra soy sauce goes a long way, or maybe a dash of Worcestershire works really well too in some of the Asian dishes to give you the extra salt. Otherwise, another option can be ground salt, where you fresh grind Himalayan salt. So what we need next, I'm using my little spatula, just mix this up, and we're gonna set it aside for a minute. So if I were making this on my own and not talking, I'd probably be going a lot quicker, and my food would get done a lot faster, but I wanna make sure that I cover the products with you as well. So the other thing that I did is I said I was using the beef, so I went and got a flank steak, and I just sliced them up in very thin, very, very thin, get one for you, slices. It was really easy. Epicure has this nice knife. It's a Prep Pro knife, and it works really, really good for slicing vegetables and meats. So that's what I used. Okay, while that's starting, just cover that up. I already made rice earlier, which is why I am making another stir-fry dish with rice. I love rice. You can make your rice, I use a jasmine rice, but you can pretty much make anything within our multi-purpose steamer. So I made that wonderful fluffy rice the other day in my multi-purpose steamer. The secret is to cook it without the lid for most of the time, so it doesn't boil over. Same as with pasta, quinoa, or other, mostly pasta, quinoa, and rice. You would do that. If you cook it without the lid, it will not boil over. So once you're done with the steamer, it might still be slightly chewy. What you do then is you put the lid on it and you just let it finish steaming for another couple minutes, and then your rice comes out perfect every time. All right, next. So I am gonna I use all of my Epicure utensils, and then I end up, they're in the wash, and then I run out because I use them every single day. So I'm gonna use my corner spatula and mix these up. So the recipe, all that it calls for is broccoli. You can use fresh broccoli if you're in a big hurry, or just, you know, stocking up your freezer and trying to make mealtime easy and don't always have the fresh produce available. You can certainly use any type of frozen broccoli of your choice, either florets or chopped or diced, whatever your preference is. I also really like red pepper, and I have a lot of it because it's that time of the year where gardens are flourishing, and so I'm also gonna add some red pepper to the meal. So we'll look like this with some red pepper and some broccoli. Well, I'm gonna take a break while this meal is cooking and come back in just a minute once my meat's done and I start putting all the other ingredients in. Hey, okay, so our meat is pretty much all the way cooked through very quickly. Literally, I had the camera shut off for maybe 2 minutes. That's how quickly it cooked. So what I'm gonna do now is I believe it wants me to add the broccoli and veggies. So we're gonna add my red pepper, and it says 4 cups broccoli, which is about what I have in this bag. And I asked my son to go get me stuff, and he ended up getting me chopped broccoli, so that's what we're using instead of broccoli florets, but that's okay. I'm gonna mix it in. Totally missed that. A sticker on my pepper, and I even washed it, and I still missed it. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna steam it again for a couple minutes. Once it steams for a couple minutes, we go ahead and add this wonderful sauce on top, cook it for just a little while longer, and we're all done. So while I'm cooking this, I'm making my rice. So as soon as the rice is done, this is going to be done. So really maybe 10 minutes for this total, and the 5 minutes or so it takes you to prep. So the more stuff you have prepared, like I like to buy things in bulk, and so when I bought my flank steak, I actually bought over 3 pounds of it, and you only need a pound at a time. So what I do is then I chop it up, and then I use my food saver and I vacuum seal. I'm getting ready right now. I vacuum seal the other portions, so next time I want to use them, I can just take them frozen and throw them in the pot. Obviously, frozen probably would take a little bit longer if you're cooking it right away from frozen. A good way to solve for that, to make it go a little bit faster, is cook it actually in the steamer for like 3 minutes, and then throw it in your pan, and it will be much better and cook super fast. And what's great about the steamer then is it will hold in a lot of that moisture so the meat doesn't get dry. I'll tell you, if you don't have our steamer already, I find I literally had to pull it out of my dishwasher to use it for today because I use it every day, and sometimes I find that I need to use it twice a day. So I actually just ordered a second steamer because I use it so frequently. I actually, the other day, made cinnamon rolls even in it. So it's great. Can make eggs and casseroles, cook your meats, make chicken fajitas with the veggies in there from start to end in 5 minutes. Okay, well, this is heating up and steaming for a little bit. I'm gonna turn off the camera again so you don't have to watch me watch the food for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. So what I do in the couple minutes while this is getting ready is I clean up my kitchen. I actually have been vacuum sealing my other meat. So you really can get a lot done. And really when you say raw to ready in 20 minutes, that's the preparation, the getting the food ready, and most of the time having time to clean up because your hands are free while you're waiting. Okay, so we're at the point that our vegetables are steamed, and we are going to add our mixture. All right. And I wanted to share one of the kitchen hacks that I use too while I have everybody on. So with my rice, sometimes people think that there's not enough flavor and stuff. So what can you do to help with that? Just in general for rice. We have several different broths. They will be titled something different here coming up, but we have beef and vegetable and miso and chicken. So a few different broths, and these work great for seasoning chicken when you're cooking it in the steamer. If you're using a lot of chicken breasts and not farm raised, they don't have always a lot of flavor, so that really helps. And then, like I said, if you want to season pastas or hot dishes a little bit more with some other flavoring, these work great. You know what's even better? Very low sodium. So 1.5 teaspoons of this is only 100 milligrams of sodium, significantly less than the other products. A lot of them, a couple tablespoons or teaspoons, are 1,000 milligrams. And so if you are on a low to no sodium diet, these are perfect for you to be able to season your meals with. So that is what I did do with my rice. And while I was waiting, this rice was finishing up cooking. So I added a little bit of beef to it for some extra flavor. See how beautiful that looks? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the lid on, and while I'm finishing cooking this meal, it just will finish steaming. So here you have it, folks. Your raw to ready meal in under 20 minutes. Hope you enjoyed it.